Okay, so you can begin by standing, and we'll inhale, raising both hands up over your head, and we'll start off with an easy hamstring stretch. So just exhale to fold, let your head and your arms come down, let your head be heavy, feel the muscles on the back of your legs kind of open up a little bit. Taking a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And then bending at the knees, we're going to walk yourself out into a downward dog and do a little calf stretch. So just pressing one heel down at a time. Just kind of open up your calves a little bit. You can just take a few pedals on each side. One or two more. Okay, then we'll step your left foot forwards and drop your back knee down to the ground and come on up to stretch out your right hip flexor. So remember, we're going to drive your left knee forwards as you kind of bring that right hip flexor forwards and raise your right hand up over your head and just kind of come into a gentle back bend. Taking a deep breath so you feel that stretch through the right hip. You can give a little pulse if you want to. 2 more breaths here. And we'll come all the way back down and switch sides. Stepping your right foot forwards, stay on your left knee. And then driving that right knee forward so you stretch out your left hip flexor, raising your left hand up over your head. And then just kind of giving a gentle back bend so your heart gets to look up. And hold here for about 2 more breaths. And then coming all the way back. Boy, make our way all the way back up to standing. One more stretch. Inhale, raising both hands up. Dropping one hand down by your side, sliding your hand down your leg, reaching the top arm over your head, and kind of rolling that shoulder blade back so your heart gets to look up towards the ceiling. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. So the breath kind of makes the stretch go down. Coming back up to center and switching sides. Two more breaths here. Cool. And we'll begin with the general warm-up. So forward lunge, alternate toe touch. We're going to go for a set of 20 of these. Pushing forward to the opposite hand, coming up with your hand over your head. Counting at 20, go at your own pace and try to make the steps as big as possible. So you're getting all your joints moving and we start to get some blood flowing through your body. Once you finish with 20 of those, we're going to do walk out to push up and then back up. We're going to go for a set of 10 of those. When you do the walkout, you try to keep your legs as straight as possible so you're getting a little hamstring stretch. So inhale, raising both hands up. Exhale to fold, stretch out your hamstrings. That's lovely. Walk yourself out into your push-up. You're strong and you're awesome. And then walk yourself all the way back up to standing. Ta-da! Like that. And then do 10 of those. Go at your own pace. As we start to warm up your upper body. And continue stretching out your hammies, which are super big muscles and sometimes need a little nudge to loosen up, especially if you had a fun weekend. Cool. Once you finish 10 of those, we're gonna do a set of lateral lunges. Just going side to side, deep enough so that you feel a stretch on your inner thigh. Come back to center, switch sides. Set of 20 of these guys. Hands can do whatever you want. You can keep your hands on your hips, put your hands out in front of you like you're getting ready to wrestle somebody. You can kind of get weird if you want to, or you can dab, but don't dab. Cool. Once you finish your set of 20 of those, we're going to come down and do a set of 10 push-ups. Easy set of 10, opening up into a side plank in between each one. So coming on your toes, you do your push-up, open up to the plank, kind of stretching through your chest. Come back down, switch sides. Great. Once you finish 10 of those, we're going to come into a reverse lunge with a straight leg kick, going for 10 on each leg. So left hand out in front of you, right foot steps back, and then you kick your foot, trying to keep your leg as straight as possible. Once you finish 10 of those, just switch sides.
There is a music. The music comes in on the thick heat at dusk.
7, 8, 9.
You can hear it rising out of the grass.
Money. 2 more warm-up exercises. So, push up to shoulder tap. So keep a good stance with the feet. We're gonna go for 10 of these. Still just warming up. So go down into your push up, tap your opposite shoulder, trying to keep your body square off to the floor. Great. Right, and then one more warm-up exercise. We're gonna do single leg squats. We're gonna go for 10 on each leg. So if you're bending your right foot behind you, reach your right hand down towards your left toes. Come back up to stand, try not to fall over. Go for 10 of these. Once you're done with your 10, switch sides.
The music plays over and over in the chest. Sometimes you turn onto your stomach to muffle the song. Sometimes you turn over and allow it to serenade you.
Cool. All right, rest for about 30 seconds. And we'll start getting into the workout. So, I saw you wearing Superman, Star Wars pajamas. And I actually had a plan to do Spider-Man push-ups, but we could call them Star Wars push-ups too. So for a Spider-Man push-up, what we do is you do your push-up, that's great, and then bring a knee to your elbow. Come all the way back, push-up, opposite knee to your elbow. Gonna go for 20 of these. Try and pause for a moment with your knee to your elbow, so you're getting that good contraction in your abs.
Let us start here. In this room. In this moment. Sit with me. And hold tight.
Whew. Those are fun. Everyone wonders why Spider-Man has such strong abs, and it's because he does Spider-Man push-ups all the time. Okay, so once you're all done with those, we're gonna do a lateral lunge with a squat in the middle. It's the way that that ends up looking. Lateral lunge, squat, lateral lunge, squat. Okay, so go to the side, pause for a squat. So I count the squats here. We're gonna do 10 squats. And then coming all the way down on your butt. Once you're all done with those, we'll come into Russian twist. Feet up off the floor with your back really straight. Pretend like you're holding onto a ball. We're gonna twist it side to side 30 times. 4. Great. Rest for about 60 seconds. Then we're gonna go back into the Spider-Man push-ups. So for the Spider-Man push-ups, when you bring your knee to your elbow, we're gonna almost like push your spine through your scapula. So your back is really strong, shoulders are really engaged. So like you do your push-up, and then you almost do like a +1 to get your chest further away from the floor. Start whenever you're ready. Going for a set of 20. Whew. Those are good. Everybody loves those. Almost everybody loves those. Okay, lateral lunge with a squat in the middle. Big step out, come to center, squat deep. Cool, once you're done with your 10 squats, come onto your bum and Russian twist. So again, back really straight, shoulders back, twisting side to side for a set of 30. Nice work. Okay, first superset done. Getting into our second round. So we're gonna do a set of stagger stance push-ups. So you got one hand under your shoulder, the other hand drops down by your ribs. We're gonna do a set of 10 push-ups, and then switch sides, another set of 10. As you're doing these, try to keep your body really straight. So it's not like you're cocking one hip out to the side or the other. And so we're keeping that core really engaged while you go through your push-ups. So pick a side, count out 10. If you need to drop down to your knees while you're doing it, so be it, but try to stay on your toes. So you finish your 10, just switch sides, continue the party. Okay, so next one is a jumping split squat with a pulse. So the pulse means you just kind of bounce a little bit. So this is a pulse, right? So you do pulse, jump and split, pulse, jump and split, pulse, jump and split. We're gonna go for 20 of these. Cool. Once you're all done with those, we're gonna come into a set of 20 mountain climbers. So mountain climbers, you're on your hands and toes, and it's almost like you're running in place. Bring your knee to your elbow. Nice. Cool. Rest for about 30 seconds. We'll go through it again. Okay, so stagger stance push-ups. One hand on your shoulder, one hand on your ribs, 10 on each side. Start whenever you're ready. Try to keep that core strong while you do the exercise. Finish your 10, switch sides. Jumping split squat with a pulse. Going for 20 of these. So pulse, pulse, and jump. Great. And then last set of mountain climbers. Woo, going for 20. Great, once you're done with that, rest for another 60. Then we'll get started with our next round. Okay, so like we did in the warm-up set, we're gonna do a set of 20 push-ups with a shoulder tap. And this kind of falls in line with all the push-ups that we're doing, that you have to keep your core engaged in that good posture while you're doing the tap. So when you do your tap your shoulder real quick, but you try not to let your hips roll or your shoulders roll at all, okay? We're gonna go for a set of 20 of these. Start whenever you're ready. If you need to drop down to your knees, go for it. The important thing is just get your 20.
Somebody take me home. Left my soul on the floor and it's cold as stone.
Okay. Next phase of the operation is a squat to kick. So you keep your elbows kind of up like this, like you're cheering or you're really happy or something. You're gonna squat, bring your opposite elbow to your knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. We're gonna go for a set of 20 of these. Great, and then last exercise in a little superset are crab kicks. So resting on your hands, heels on the floor, kicking your opposite foot with your hand for a set of 20.
Take me home where I live, 'cause the heat is on. You see, I left my soul where it don't belong. Left my soul on the floor and it's cold as stone. Left my soul on the floor and it's cold as stone.
Cool. Rest about 30 seconds. Then we'll come into our next set of push-up to shoulder tap. So, Ruben, I saw you had great form. Nick, you kind of dropped out of frame there. Jamie, crushing it. Jim, awesome. Sam, try to limit the amount of rotation that you do. Okay, so start whenever you're ready. There we go, thank you, Nick. All right, push up to shoulder tap. Going for 20. Try to keep that core engaged. Nice, Nick. Yeah, man, those are hard. Okay, coming up to standing squat, elbow to knee. It's like your own little cheerleading squat. Hands are up. Yay! Squat, elbow to knee, set of 20. Great. Once you're all done with those, last set of crab kicks. So heels and palms on the floor, kicking opposite hand to foot. Too much fun on a Monday. I know. The good thing is that if you do this workout the right way and it's really, really hard, chances are it's going to be the most difficult thing you do all day. Hopefully, at least physically. Unless you have to figure out like some tricky mental problems. Okay, so diamond push-ups, where you create a little diamond shape with your hand and you lower them right down to your heart. Okay, these are a lot of shoulder and triceps. They're pretty hard. So we're gonna go for somewhere in the range of 10 to 15. I'm gonna go for 15, but you gotta get to 10 no matter what. If you need to drop down to your knees, so be it. Start whenever you're ready. So fingers touching, thumbs touching. Keep that core really strong. That's how it goes. Feel free to give a scream as you push yourself up, like, ah, you know, if you're hopefully at home alone. And even if you're not, your partner will be like, whoa, what a rock star. Okay, and back to that warm-up exercise that we did. Reverse lunge, straight leg kick. This time we're gonna go for 15 on each side. So when you do the reverse lunge, try to get your back knee low down to the ground, and then try to actually kick that hand out in front of you, okay? 15 of these guys. Great, once you're done with those, switch sides, 15 on the other. You don't even need any rest in between. Standing oblique crunches. So standing up like this, hands behind your head, bring a knee to your elbow, then switch sides. Knee to your opposite elbow. Gonna go for a set of 20 of these. Whew, great. Rest for about 30 seconds. And then we'll do that whole set again. Last superset of the day. I'm not sure if anybody cares, but I got a new sticker for my water bottle. Pretty stoked about it. Rip Curl Surfing Company and Organic Climbing, which makes crash pads. So that's about as exciting as it gets under quarantine. Okay, last set of push-ups, because diamonds are forever. Start whenever you're ready. Getting somewhere between 10 and 15. Nick, keep that core engaged. It's almost like you're pushing your spine up towards the ceiling even as you're going down. Everyone else just breathe a lot and scream, okay? And even though you're muted, I hope I can hear you screaming. Nice, Ruben. Jamie, good. Excellent. Okay, once those are kaput, we're gonna do our last set of reverse lunge, straight leg kick, going for 15 on each leg. So left hand out in front of you, right foot steps back, and then kick that hand. Once we're done with that, switch sides. Great. Last exercise in the superset. Standing oblique crunches, going for a total of 20. Where you need your elbow. So you can also bring your elbow to your knee. Woohoo! Okay, if you got a pad or a mat around you, take it to lay down, flat on your back, on the floor. All right, so we're gonna do a set of 25 crunches. Feet can be on the floor or up in the floor, on the floor or in the air. And then just count out a set 25. Hands can be across your shoulders or behind your head, doesn't really matter which. As long as you keep a healthy distance between your chin and your chest. Cool. Once you're done with that, you're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee. Bring your left hand behind your head and crunch up with rotation. So you're trying to get that elbow as close to your knee as you can. We're gonna do 15 on each side. Start whenever you're ready. Crunching up with the big twist. And if you just can't seem to touch your elbow to your knee, just pretend like you are and congratulate yourself. Be like, I am so awesome. Because you are. Whenever you're done with your 15, switch sides. Continue the exercise. Once you're all done with those, put your hands underneath your bum, straighten out your legs. We're gonna do a set of 25 leg lifts. So legs go out straight. Raise them up until they're just shy of above your hips, and then lower them down just above the floor. Going for 25. If this starts to stress out your lower back, you can always bend at the knees to reduce that strain. But in general, you want to try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Cool, and then once you're done with your set of 25 leg lifts, because they're so cool, we're gonna do our last core exercise, which is gonna be a forearm plank. Really, it's a 2-arm plank. No one has forearms. We're gonna hold this for 60 seconds. Starting 3, 2, 1. So think about dropping your hips down close to the floor, but not too close, so you're trying to keep your body as straight as you can. Pushing out through your heels and the crown of your head. So you're making your body as long as possible. As you inhale, take in that deep breath so your ribs expand, and then as you exhale, tuck your belly button in towards your spine and up towards your heart. Nice, we got 30 seconds left. Just keep breathing. If it starts feeling difficult, just remind yourself that it's making you very strong and extra awesome. Good, keep pushing out through the heels of your feet and the crown of your head to give yourself strength. You got 10 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Woo! Oh, nice work. So we're gonna wrap it up with 2 stretches. The most common things that get tight: hamstrings and hip flexors. So we'll do hip flexors first, so on your knees. Same stretch that we did when we started. So you got one knee forwards. I got my left knee forwards, so I'm gonna raise my right hand up over my head and then drive my left knee and my hip forward as I kind of arch back to raise my heart up. Taking a deep breath so you feel that stretch. You feel like I'm just not feeling anything. You can reach your hand over your head to kind of twist through it. So no matter who you are, where you are, you can definitely elicit a stretch somewhere in here. Unless you're just Gumby, in which case you can just skip this section. All right, so come on out of it. Whenever you're ready, we'll switch sides. So now I got my right knee forwards, raising my left hand up over my head, and driving my right knee as I bring my left shoulder back. Again, if you need to make the stretch feel deeper, you can reach that hand over your head. Roll your heart back. Whenever you're ready to come out, you can come out. And then last stretch is just going to be a basic forward fold. So again, same thing that we did in the beginning. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, raising both hands up. And then exhale to fold, letting your head and your arms relax. This is just going to gently open up your hamstrings. Stay here for about 5 breaths total. Whenever you're done, bend at the knees, curl all the way back up to standing. Do a little happy dance, because you're done. Nice work, everybody. Hope to see you all on Wednesday morning for yoga, or Friday morning for core, or both.